South Africa, known for its diverse culture and rich history, is also facing a growing challenge, one that is rooted beyond its borders. In recent years, Nigerian crime syndicates have gained a formidable foothold in the country's major cities like Johannesburg, Pretoria, Durban, and Cape Town, transforming the criminal landscape. But how did this happen? And what does it mean for the future of South Africa? But before we expose this mess, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. The roots of Nigerian crime syndicates in South Africa can be traced back to the late 1980s and early 1990s. After the fall of apartheid in 1994, South Africa became a popular destination for Nigerians looking to leave Nigeria, with gangs soon rising to prominence on the local crime scene. All of this happened while Nigeria was facing its own challenges that included political instability and economic downturns. As a result, many Nigerians migrated to South Africa in search of better opportunities. However, with limited economic prospects, some turned to illicit activities to survive. Firstly, they specialized in cocaine. Their portfolio later diversified. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nigerian crime syndicates had established themselves in major South African cities, particularly in Johannesburg, Durban, and Cape Town. These groups became heavily involved in drug trafficking, primarily dealing in heroin and cocaine, as well as human trafficking, fraud, and money laundering. Their operations are sophisticated and often involve collaboration with local criminal networks, making them difficult for law enforcement to dismantle. Take the case of Ponte City, otherwise known as the Vodacom building that's near Hillbrow in Johannesburg. This was once a desirable and sought-after apartment building with beautiful views overlooking the city, its own mall, and even a bowling alley. But as Hillbrow became more crime-infested, people moved out, and it had become a drug-infested building where brothels ran by Nigerian pimps and addicts occupied the space. It became a place where you could buy anything from heroin to stolen guns, thanks to the new landlords who hijacked the building, which were the Nigerian mafia. The conditions in that building went from bad to worse, as people would get high, and some of them jumping from high floors straight to the ground, ending their own lives.
There was no control, and most of the buildings started to deteriorate, and the buildings started to become havens of criminals.
Nigerians, 90% bishalala bonga Nigerians. Those Nigerians, they are drugs, prostitute, yongi into nje enzeke help.
Ever since I came, it was so, I can say it was notorious. There have been a lot of suicides happening in the building.
But by 2006, the addicts and squatters were cleared out. Today, the building belongs to the Kempston Group. They renovated it, and it now provides affordable accommodation.
You can walk to Ponte now. You will see that it's a nice environment.
I love Ponte because of its security.
Flat number?
5305.
Hillbrow was a stronghold of the Nigerian mafias for decades, and their presence can still be felt in the streets. In fact, to this day, old apartment buildings are still being hijacked by local gangs working with Nigerian mafias, and residents are made to pay ridiculous amounts of money for rent. The rise of Nigerian crime syndicates has had a profound impact on South African communities. Drug addiction rates have soared, particularly among the youth. In July of 2024, a man named as Joaquin Mbonu was arrested in Nigeria after running away from South Africa. Why? He was identified to be a drug lord who was part of a major drug cartel behind the production and distribution of methamphetamines. Mbonu had escaped from South Africa, where he lived for years, and mastered the art of cooking methamphetamine after he came under investigation for drug dealings. The syndicates have also been linked to increased violence, including turf wars with local gangs. Places like Cape Town CBD is infested with these Nigerian drug pushers, especially at night. But you won't find Nigerian syndicates selling drugs on the Cape Flats. Nigerian criminals do not appear to want to fight. When they first arrived in Cape Town, Nigerians set up shops in the affluent and relatively gang-free Sea Point to expand their business into the drug trade and sex trafficking. But they did not stay there. Through collaboration between police, law enforcement, and the local neighborhood watch, Nigerian syndicates were pushed out of Sea Point, forcing them to find a new stronghold in the city's northern suburbs. Was that enough? The Sea Point case demonstrated South African police's ability to break organized crime. However, the involvement of foreign nationals in these crimes has fueled xenophobic sentiments, leading to verbal and physical attacks on immigrants, not only Nigerians.
When I start standing outside the door, it's like you're not going in. I get scared and I run away. I went back. There's nothing I can do. Yeah.
Were they violent towards you and aggressive?
Yes, they are. It's like they want to come and beat us. They hit me on my head. I start fighting, shouting, but I couldn't do nothing. They put me under the chair, step on me, and put me a knife. It's like, what do you want from me? I'm a black woman. I can be your mother, your sister, you're a child. Why are you doing this to me? Just shut up. You're a foreigner.
In response to the growing threat, South African law enforcement agencies have stepped up their efforts to combat these syndicates. This has included increased raids and international cooperation with Nigerian authorities. However, the syndicates are resilient, often adapting their strategies to evade capture. Corruption within law enforcement and government agencies further complicates the fight against these criminal networks. As South Africa continues to grapple with the influence of Nigerian crime syndicates, there is a growing recognition that a multifaceted approach is needed. This includes not only stronger law enforcement, but also addressing the socio-economic conditions that fuel crime. Community programs aimed at preventing drug addiction and providing alternatives to crime are crucial. Additionally, diplomatic efforts between South Africa and Nigeria will play a key role in curbing the cross-border nature of these syndicates. The rise of Nigerian crime syndicates in South Africa is a complex issue, with deep-rooted causes and far-reaching consequences. What do you think about this? And if you're from a South African major city, have you witnessed any of what we have mentioned here before? Let us know down in the comments. Anyway, if you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.